Welcome back to a brand new video. All right, today's topic we're going to talk about basically we're going to talk about the socio-sexual hierarchy. So, if you guys aren't familiar with it, you should be familiar with it, but if you're not, but there's about 5 or 6 different personalities that males possess. And I'm going to show you a video real quick that Jesse Lee Peterson did. He did an interview with, this was a while ago, but I want to see if y'all can see the characteristics of this guy, because some of you guys might be betas, some of you guys might be alphas, some of you guys might be gammas, some of y'all might be deltas or sigmas, and you don't know which category you fall in. So I want to see if you guys can tell which category this guy falls in just based on the way he acts, his mannerisms, you know what I'm saying? Like what characteristics does he possess to make him what he is? And how did he get that way? You know, because there's valid reasons, there's valid points to why he's acting the way that he is now. So let's check out the video and y'all tell me what y'all think.
I appreciate you coming on. How did you get started as being so popular as a social justice warrior on the web?
Basically, I would just put my opinions, my thoughts, and what I think is right out there. And for some reason, I would just get hordes of people attacking me and being mean to me, bullying me, harassing me. And at first, it really bothered me, but now it doesn't bother me. I thrive on it, and I'm not going to change who I am because of other people.
Amazing. And who are you?
I am Michael Alexander Gallagher Ashurst.
And are you a feminist?
I used to be a feminist, but recently I have made a very large life change, and I do not identify as a feminist anymore. And that's because I have realized that feminism isn't about equality, because that's what I want, and that's what I was fighting for. And what I've seen now is feminism is about female superiority. They hate men, they hate me. They just use me as a tool, and I'm not going to have a part of it.
I don't blame you. And when I ask...
Yeah, hey, so he made a good point there. He's saying that he used to be a feminist, but now he realizes that, you know, that's just like a practice that we're you know, females, they hate men, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So he's not with the feminist thing anymore. But notice how he talks. Notice his mannerisms, right? I know y'all probably thinking, man, this guy's gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sounds like he could be gay, you know, but come to find out he's not. He's not. So I mean, just keep watching and y'all tell me, you know, I mean, what y'all think about or why he actually sounds like that.
Ask who are you? You gave me your name, but not who are you? Who you are? Who are you? Do you know?
I'm not sure what you mean by that question.
You said that you're going to be yourself. You're going to be who you are. And I asked,
Yes.
Who are you? But you're right about the feminists. They do hate men, that's for sure. How did you come to recognize that they hate men?
Well, the breaking point was recently, a few months ago, my girlfriend of 6 years left me, and the man that she left me for was a toxic male. He was the type of male that I thought we were fighting against. But for some reason, she's gone with him and threw me to the side. And if they want to do that, that's fine, because I'm not going to participate in toxic masculinity and this type of game where you're just going to use me as bait or a designated driver to get you to your protests. And
Amazing. So you dated her for 3 years?
6.
Boom. And that's where you messed up right there. Already talking about toxic masculinity. Guys, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. So, but he got that from, you know, the feminists. He got that from them. Now, if you're masculine, that's it. You're just a masculine person. And nowadays there's this war against masculinity, and people don't want you to be masculine. They don't like it. People don't like it anymore. So now they're calling it toxic masculinity. This is why they cancel people who are speaking about being manly, you know, being masculine. Basically, you're going back to how we used to be when, you know, back when the Spartans were, you know what I'm saying, running stuff. Like, those were real men. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did everything. They loved their woman. They took care of their children. And when it was time to go to war, they went to war. That's what they did. They were fighters. They were warriors. They were protectors. They protected. You know, this is what masculine men do. Now, men are just kind of like, you know, they acting like women. They're acting like women. A lot of, you know, it's weird, but keep listening.
6 years.
6 years.
Were you guys living together?
Yes, we were.
And how old are you, Michael?
I'm 32 years old.
Oh, you seem younger.
Thank you.
Why did you marry her?
That's a good question. I guess she just didn't want to. I'm not the type to propose. I would need to be proposed to, so she never asked.
Why would you need? Men are not supposed to be proposed to, because men bring the woman into their world. He doesn't go into her world. Why would you need to be proposed to? You're not a woman.
Because proposals are toxic masculinity. That is a man putting a woman on a spot and saying, I need an answer right now. And I'm not that type of guy. I let women have the power, and I give them the power and responsibility, and I am just here to support them.
Beta. Well, that.
Jesse.
That's why your girlfriend left you, because you're a beta male. She wanted you to be a man. She wanted you to lead the way, not follow her.
But I did everything for that. Anything she asked for, I would do.
But you should never do that.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to lead and do the right thing, and she will follow. You're not supposed to give a woman or do everything that a woman asks you to do, because that's a weakness, and women hate weakness, hate weak men.
Well, I got a news flash for you. It's 2019, okay? It's not 1986 anymore.
And what does that mean? It's 2019. What does that mean?
It means that we've evolved. We're no longer stuck in the dredges of a patriarchy. We've woke up and we see what's going on, and we're not going to participate in it anymore.
So it means that you don't have values anymore.
Yeah, I have a lot of values, actually. Yes, I do.
But that's what they.
Yeah, so so he want his woman to propose to him. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I mean, whether you believe that or not, it really doesn't matter. That's just his, that's his opinion. But where I feel like he messed up is he's like, women have the power, and you in a relationship. Most of the time, women don't want that power anyway. They don't want to be in control. They want you to take the lead. They want you to make decisions. They want you to lead. That's what you're there for. You're there to guide them. You got to understand that women in most circumstances want to be guided. They want to be guided. They don't want to be in control. They don't want to. Now, you do have those women that are control freaks. They do exist where they want to be in control. And a lot of them are single. Because a lot of men don't want to follow a woman. They just don't want to do that. It's not in the it's even religious, for religious reasons, like that doesn't follow the order. You're out of order right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just the man is supposed to lead. The woman is supposed to support. And the woman is usually the one that is loving and caring to the kids. That's how it goes. It goes man over woman, woman over kids. And that's it. Only person above that is God. That doesn't mean you tell your woman what to do. You boss her around. You don't boss her around. You lead her in the right direction. She's trusting you to lead her in the right direction. So whether you guys are alphas or betas or omegas or whatever, in your family structure, you need to be the alpha. You need to be the one that's making decisions. Of course, you go to your woman to help you with decision making, but she is depending on you to make the final decision. Or else she's going to walk all over you because she don't know what else to do. And she's going to end up cheating on you with somebody who is an actual alpha. That's what's going to happen.
They had in 18, whatever you said, it was the values. It's more values that led men and women. And so that should be the same today. Why has that changed?
Because it's not a woman's job. The values back then benefited men and men only, okay?
That's
Women were
not true.
expected.
That's not true. Women, when men were men and they had more values, women got their values from the men. Now that the men are weak, women have no values because they don't have any way of getting them.
Well, that's a good point, but we have Andrea Ocasio-Cortez now to
Look
give
how
more.
nutty she is, though. She has no value. She lives with her boyfriend. She's a socialist. She's out of her mind because she doesn't have a real man.
Well, we're going to have to disagree on that one because I think women can be strong and independent and alone, and they don't need men. They just get a career, work, and be happy. That's it.
Have you ever seen a strong woman?
Yes, I have. I've seen plenty of them. I've been to multiple women marches.
But men only think that women are strong because men are weak. Women are not strong. It's just that men are weak. So it looked like women are strong.
I think what Jesse was trying to say is that, have you ever seen a strong woman? And his response is, yes, I see them all the time. And he's saying that, well, they're only strong because men are weak. Women wouldn't have to be so strong if they had strong men by their sides to protect and make decisions and do things that real men are supposed to do. They wouldn't have to be this super strong woman and independent. Women naturally don't want to be alone. They don't really want to be alone. It's not normal for a woman to want to just not be with a man, not want to have kids, and just live on their own and work and have a career and just make money. That's not a normal situation for a female. It is normal for a man to want to do that, to not want to be with a woman and want to work and and go on his purpose. He keeps his purpose. All of you should have your purpose first anyway. All men should have their purpose first. And then everything else comes after that. God purpose, then everything else after that. And if you're an atheist, then your purpose needs to be first. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else comes after that. And usually if you're following your purpose, the woman's going to follow. She's going to be there with you. She's going to be there with you and she's going to support you, because her happiness lies within the family. The family structure is where her happiness, as long as you're making her happy and you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man, she's going to stay by your side. Most cases. Now, there are exceptions to that rule. There are those women that are just sluts, and they just can't help themselves. That's what it is. Don't marry a slut. That's all I'm saying.
Were you raised by your father and mother?
No, just my mother.
Oh, where's your father?
I don't know. I don't want to meet him.
Why not?
Well, because my mother says I don't want to, and I there's no reason to.
Because your mother said it? Why you believe your mother? Your mother's jealous of your father. She won't let you see him.
I don't think that's what it is. My mother is also against toxic masculinity, and she is also against the patriarchy. And my father was a very toxic male.
How you know that?
Because he would... I see videos and photos from when I was a baby, and one of the videos is him with a bunch of other men in the backyard, all drunk, drinking beers.
What's wrong with that?
Well, they're just acting like idiots. I can just tell through the video his personality. It's just not somebody I'd want to meet.
Are you just like your mother?
Yes, I am.
So you're just like a woman?
No, I'm not like a woman.
But you say you like your mother. Is your mother a woman?
Yeah, she's a woman, but I have the same personality. It's not...
You have the same personality as your mother?
Yes, we're very alike.
How did you become like her?
I guess just spending a lot of time with her.
Are you happy being like your mother, or would you rather be like a man, your father?
I like being like my mother, but sometimes I want to do man stuff.
Yeah. Do you feel like a woman?
No, I don't.
But you're angry like your mother. You have the same personality?
I'm not angry, but I do have the same personality.
Well, the only reason you have the same personality that you're angry. Your mother made you angry. And when you became angry, you became like her. You become like whomever you're angry at, you take on their personality. And so the way to overcome that, you have to forgive your mother. She's wrong. And you have to forgive your father because he hasn't done anything to you. You need to return to your father. Then you'll be like a man again. But you have to stand up to your mother. She's lied to you.
I don't think I could stand up to my mother.
Why not? But what? But what? Go ahead.
Well, because my mother helps me with money and stuff. And if I were to say that I want to meet my father, she'd stop helping me.
That's amazing. And you say you're 30 years old?
I'm 32.
And you can't fend for yourself?
Well, I work, but I can't work many hours because of my anxiety.
You have anxiety?
Yes, I do.
What causes anxiety for you?
Lots of things.
Like what, for an example?
Anything that doesn't agree with me, basically, or see things the way I do, and see the good in things. I just think that society is lost and just a bunch of hateful bullies. And
are you on medication?
Yes.
So yeah, this is very important. A very important part of the video here. This is not in all cases. This doesn't always happen, but as you can see, he's been raised by his mother, single mother, and it seems like that she's denied him to his father. She's taken the father out of the picture, and she's denied her own son to the father, which is a big mistake. That is a big mistake. This is why people don't really understand how important the father is. I mean, all of our lives, we've always been told, you know, the mom is the most important. And it's not about who's most important or anything, because you need both. You do need both. But the logic and the structure that the father brings to a family is very important, especially when you start growing up, when you start becoming a man or a woman. It's very important for that father to be there. Now, when it comes to like the younger age, like babies, and you're starting to be, 5 years old, 6 years old, some things that you're not going to remember is not that important. But when you are there, like for example, like if you have a military father or a father that's always out of town or something like that, it doesn't necessarily mean that he has to be there every second. He has to always be there to change diapers and do certain things. He doesn't always have to be there, but there's important times where a father needs to be there. Even like going to work. Like this guy in particular, he's kind of, he doesn't know how to fend for himself. But if he had a father that he saw his father, because you do what your parents do. When you see your father getting up, going to work every day, coming home, working late hours, that you internalize that. You internalize that and you start realizing, oh, you know what? When I get on, I need to get a job. I need to, work. I need to bring home, money. I got to make sure that I have a roof over my family's head. I have to make sure I'm disciplined because my father was disciplined. Those traits come over to you. So in his case, his mother's feminine traits have transferred to him. And he's a man on the outside, but a woman on the inside. He's emotional. Not saying that men can't be emotional, but men are emotional, but you need to know how to control your emotions. You have to know how to control that. That's why all these, shootings are happening with young people. A lot of the times is there's no family. The structure, the nuclear family is destroyed. The father's not in the household for whatever reason, whether he's in prison, whether he's doesn't want to be there for the kid, or the mother doesn't want him to see his kids. For whatever reason that is, the father's not there to bring structure in the family. And I'm not saying that women can't be structured, but it's very difficult for a single mother to raise a boy and a daughter. But it's a little easier for her to raise a daughter to be a female. but she's still missing out on a little bit of structure that the father brings. She needs to know what type of man that she needs to marry. And a healthy, structured man, she's usually going to end up with a healthy, structured man to marry. You know, she's going to pick somebody that her father will approve of. Because when he gives his daughter away to a man, he's going to say, you know, I'm comfortable with giving my daughter away to this man. She chose a good man because I agree with his lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Michael, I'm not a doctor, and I didn't know you were going through all this. But if you want to overcome anxiety and all that, you got to forgive your mother and return to your father, because that anxiety you have comes from her. Men don't feel anxiety. They don't go through all that. But when you have anger, it brings on depression, anxiety, worry, doubt, fear, and all that stuff. So you know exactly how a woman feels.
And say if I was to go contact my father, what I'm afraid of is he'd think I was too feminine, because I know he's not feminine at all, and he won't understand where I come from, or I don't think he'd accept me.
Are you feminine? Do you see yourself as a feminine man?
Some things, yeah.
Oh yeah, some
I
things.
I think femininity is beautiful, and anybody can be feminine.
You think a man is beautiful when he's feminine?
In certain ways.
Like, I've never seen a beautiful feminine man. In what ways?
Just takes care of themselves and likes to look pretty and nice, and just likes to take care of themselves, and they care about things.
No, a feminine man is a weak man because he's a woman. He's a beta.
No, he's not, Jesse.
Yeah, he's a beta.
No, he's not.
He is a beta.
I can't believe I'm being bullied right now on live on the air.
Are you a beta male?
No, there is no such thing as beta or alpha males.
Weak men or beta male think and act like a woman.
I don't act like a woman.
Yes, you do.
No, if you met me on the street, you would be able to tell that I'm a man 100%.
Well, why you speak like a woman? You talk like a woman.
I don't speak like a woman. I've had this speech impediment since I was a young child. It's a lisp.
Oh, okay. I have one of those too.
Yeah.
Men don't have egos. Only women have egos, and the egos that you see in men are the ego of the woman.
That's not true.
No, men don't naturally have egos. That come from their mothers.
So if a man was raised just by a father, he'd have no ego?
Right.
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, it's true.
Second.
Unless the father is a beta male, he's like his mother.
No. Jesse, stop it. That is not true.
No, it's real true,
Spreading
Michael.
false lies.
Michael, real men don't have egos. They come from an ego of a man is that of a woman.
Yeah, there's talks about egos being more aligned with females, whereas pride is more aligned with males. Now, both can have both. Males can have ego and pride, and females can have ego and pride. But even I believe that the ego more aligns with a female characteristic. This is why they don't typically go out and ask dudes out on dates. They don't have to worry about the rejection of men because they don't have to do the work. They don't have to. All they have to do is exist. The man, on the other hand, has to learn how to talk to women. There's literally men that go on dating sites, or not dating sites, but dating coaches to learn how to speak to women. Do you think that women are worried about going out and talking to dating coaches so they can learn how to speak to men? No, their ego tells them that they don't have to do that. The man is supposed to come talk to me. You know, I don't have to go out and learn how to talk to men. You know, I don't have to learn how to, you know, change a tire. I don't have to learn how to do all this stuff that men need to learn how to do, because I don't have to do it. I'm a female. I don't have to do that. You know, their pride, I mean, their ego is not going to let them do that. You know, pride is more of a self accomplishment. It's more of something that that makes you proud. Obviously, you know, it's more like accomplishing things and being. You're basically never satisfied. You want to keep going, and somebody who's prideful in their work, they're never satisfied. They feel like they can do better. They can bring better service because they take pride in what they do, right? Whereas an ego is you're telling yourself, my product is great. It is the best. There's nothing better than my product. Everyone should have my product. There's nothing that I don't need to do anything else to it. It's good. It's great. No, you can always do better. You can always do better. Some people ego lift in the gym because they see someone else lifting something and their ego lift in the gym. And that's fine, but a lot of times that gets you hurt, right? You end up hurting yourself because your ego is saying that, you know, I could do this, I could do that, but you're actually not prepared to do it. You're not prepared to do it. You need to humble yourself and realize, okay, I need to work a little harder. I know I'm strong, but let me continue on my program until I, because sometimes I have to talk myself out of doing certain lifts, right? Because, you know, that ego in you is like, let me not lift that weight. I know my dog over here is lifting it, but I'm not ready for it today. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to talk to you like, oh, come on, don't be a pussy, blah, blah, blah. But you got to let yourself, hey, look, man, I'm not trying to get hurt, man. I'm a certain age right now and anything could snap right now. So I'm good on that, you know? So, but yeah, this is just an example of this guy right here. And if you're not sure what type of male you are, at least in your household. Now, if you're not the alpha at work, that's not a big deal. That's your work. You know, you may not be the boss at work. There may be somebody above you, you know, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, you could be a beta at work. You know, you could be the one taking orders from somebody else. If that's what a beta and alpha is, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who is underneath another person. You have a boss, that's fine, you know. But it's when if the boss starts talking to you out of, you know, disrespectfully, then you step up and let that boss know, like, look, now you're not going to talk to me any type of way. You know what I'm saying? In real life, without this workplace, you know, we're both alphas or sigmas. We're both the same. Now, just keep it work related and we can have it that way. Especially when you get at home, you need to know if you're the alpha or if you're the beta or the omega or the, you know, gamma, you know what I'm saying? So you guys could look up those hierarchies and you know, see which characteristics you kind of possess. If you're an alpha, you don't have to say, no alpha says he's alpha. You know, you just move like an alpha. You know, you just move. It's just the way you move. You know, if you're real submissive to other men and, you know, maybe you might be a beta or you might be a gamma or something like that. You know, if you're a loner, you're usually on the same path as an alpha. You don't want to be in, you know, you don't need praise from beta males. You don't need any type of praise. You just move on your own. A good comparison would be Donald Trump. He would be an alpha. You know, if the way he moves, he would be an alpha, right? He likes the praise and stuff like that. When it comes to, like, let's say characteristics of like superheroes or something like that, or comic books, Batman, Bruce Wayne, he would be a sigma. You know, he's more of a loner. He's more like a sigma than an alpha, you know, so that's just an example. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this guy alpha? Is he beta? Is he delta? What is he? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys align yourself with some of these characteristics? You know, do you feel like that some of your mom's traits, some of the traits that you don't really like, are pushed upon you? because you didn't have the father figure. You know, what do you guys think? Do you agree with that? Do you think the father is important in the life, or in your lifestyle, or growing up? Do you think that's important, or is it just like whatever, man? You don't need all that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to follow my Instagram over here. Follow both Instagrams, and like, comment on this video, and follow me, guys. And don't forget to get your supplement on Amazon. Boom. Good stuff, man. Let me know what you guys think of that when y'all buy it. You know what I'm saying? Just supplement on there, and we'll see you in the next video. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.